We went right up the same road as last time. Nice.
And damn it, Vandal got me too. When you exploded, the shrapnel took me out.
Really? Wow. I mean, that thing was so light. Must have had no armor, because it was just, it took off me.
That's right, cast to do. You destroyed Sketch Parker.
Go out there, can you get the thing west?
Well, I got the high ground.
So critical.
Maybe try to make use of that. Oh, hey, the worm's back.
Yeah, the worm you could turn on or off.
I just think it's neat that he's traveling around with us.
Right? Until he kills you.
It's like nature, man. You just gotta leave it alone, and it won't hurt you.
Yeah, you eject and he carries your
Sometimes
mech back to the base.
That's not how nature works, is it?
Half of the time. I mean, the other half is nature's gonna kill you because it has little to no reason. But you know,
It's just
nature.
indifferent. You know,
It's the only reason. The only thing that feeds life is
So
death.
critical.
I mean, it's
Create
not,
perpetual
it's not
motion,
gonna,
perpetual energy. It's life.
it's not gonna hunt us because we're made of metal and we're tiny compared to it. It's not gonna get any calories off of us.
Maybe it feeds off on metal.
good
Look at a
shot.
hat off of him, feed.
Did you eject?
Just realized one of you has a kamikaze headband or a Japanese like fighter headband.
Critical.
Hey, that was Vandal you just got rid of.
I had such a good momentum going. It just seemed like a shame to stop.
Here comes the blue dredge.
Yeah, but he's so much fun to kill.
You destroyed cast to do.
I personally think we gotta be careful what we wish for, because I think when this gets opened up to plus 2 players, this is gonna be, we're gonna have to find a private server.
Just passwords.
I think so, because I just think it's just gonna be a bunch of kids, and you know, any games I play that's full of kids, I just have to end up quitting, because they drive you nuts.
Now you see
I
how
don't
I
think we'll have a
feel.
problem.
I mean, honestly, how the
I don't
hell?
think you'll see that happen.
How the hell would children understand how to play this?
They do.
Well, you'd
But it
be
would be-
surprised
I don't-
because
I
some
don't
of them
see
are gonna give you a run for the money.
Some of them cuss you out too.
Oh,
Honestly,
absolutely.
again, I just find it funny like parents let their kids play this stuff.
Hasn't been a lot of them.
Stuff for the kids from playing in
I
general.
mean,
If,
the kids,
if they're any good, I'm happy to have
Your
them.
team is 1 point away from winning.
And if they don't use
well,
the
I
radio.
gotta tell you, my grandson can outplay me on a computer. Oh my god. And Fortnite and all that crazy stuff he
Be
plays.
critical.
I think I can't even come close to keeping up with him.
Now, back in my day, we didn't have fancy computers and high-tech graphics. We had a thing called a PlayStation.
Your team was
Yeah, Commodore, Atari.
I had a PlayStation, I had a Commodore 64, and I had
I had
an Atari.
I had a PlayStation 2 when I was a kid. My old man let me used to play on that.
I had Pong.
I have a Nintendo.
I had a Nintendo. Like,
I'm just like after.
Commodore VIC 20.
That's
Like
before
guns
my
on a
time.
stick.
point is, they don't
I
make
had a-
games like they used to, nor
I had
consoles.
Atari. I mean, you know,
Atari 2600.
yeah.
Why, you haven't lived unless you've been whipped with an Atari joystick cable.
Right? Come on, Cody.
That red button used to make my thumb sore.
Yeah, folks in
I'd
my
say
era
it's
would-
ridiculous how kids are with video games these days. I mean, I've heard of like kids like, you know, I've seen kids like being a fan of video games. Who hasn't? But it's just a little sad at this rate.
If you want to play with kids, go and the game called Echo VR.
Oh
I have
god,
girls,
no.
so they just have their face in their phones, Snapchatting and swiping and swiping.
Dang kids with the smartphones and the chit chatting.
That old
Most
house
of
over
would,
there, Alex,
you took their
around you.
phone away, they wouldn't know what to do.
Here comes the blue
I gotta
dredge
tell
coming
you.
to factory center.
Take their phone away, I can't track them.
Why are you calling me out?
That's not true, they have a... What?
But I mean, like, one thing I found funny about like kids these days is they have like no like resolute when it comes to playing video games. They just, the first challenge they come across, they just start whining and they quit. Now, I played stuff like Ratchet and Clank. That shit was hard.
We'll see what we will see. I know I have grandchildren. I'm not anti-kid. I just know that
That's what I'm
not-
back.
Hold on your menu, go to interact, click on their voice or their face, and then you just ignore them and you'll never hear them again.
And we've had to do that to a couple people over the 3 years we've been playing, remember?
Yeah, we had to... One kid, we had to... I think it was Gung Ho and I, was it? We had to go team kill him till he cut the shit out.
And I mean, just non-stop.
The overload. Restarting systems.
I just hope I don't get a lot of that.
Now we're at 12 of 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
open
fear
it.
I've made a terrible mistake with my choice of weaponry. Double shotguns are really gonna drive this thing to overheat.
Just make the shots count, you'll be fine.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got
that sounds like it'd be
scattershot?
pretty difficult.
Like I
got
said, I got this game like 15 minutes ago, and I'm already regretting the decision of
Destroying
scatter
Pinball
shot.
77.
With us, for very close up.
I just started
That's what
playing
we
Didn't get
multiplayer in
close.
VR.
It's terrible.
That's for where you can see the guy's face.
Oh god, the worm's gonna eat me. Oh no.
Well,
Right next to
oh,
me.
it's just like Dune. It's just like from the movie Dune.
And you guys see what I mean? Thank you.
Oof.
If it turns in this now, I won't fly.
I was more focused on the
Destroying all
worm.
neutrino.
Can you imagine a whole server full of that?
Of what? Children or worms?
Brain worms. Children worms.
Yeah, baby worms, that's what we need. We need to have babies. Little baby snakes.
I can't. I wouldn't be able to trust
I hate 'em.
myself, let alone anyone else, with like little baby worms running around. I'd just be squashed upon all the time.
I mean, the worms are the recyclers of the grinder world. You know, somebody's got to chew up all these spare parts, put them back into the soil. You know.
But that costs us money. It
Good
comes out
job,
of our
man.
paychecks.
That's why they carry a
Or
grinder
if
back
Job
in base.
security, man. You wouldn't have a job if like we mined it all and then that was it. You know.
I mean, the corporation we work for. Worm, Tyrene, look out, worm!
Yeah, got me too.
Did I get you?
Worm got both.
Nah, the worm didn't get you. That was me saying hello.
Oh, did it give you credit for it?
I shot you in the face with a railgun. The worm was nowhere near you. I mean, he was in the vicinity.
Near you now.
Oh, steam ahead!
You destroyed all neutrino.
Yeah, the double shot.
That looked like an eject. Did you eject?
Critical.
I think he injected.
Yeah, I ejected.
Oh, fuck.
Imagine ejecting instead of going down with the ship.
Well, the point when you do that.
So, oh, wait, so you give the other team a point when you eject, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should stay and fight to the bitter end.
The last person that hits you gets the kill.
And even if you're overheated and you know you're going to be out for a few seconds and you're like, I might as well do it, make the enemy team waste all that heat to kill you, because if you'd have stuck around, I would have had to full volley you and I would have...
No, I got it.
Wow, that was incredible, Tiny. Like,
That is the strategy of
that
somebody
looked like it
coming
was
into
faster
ram
than
you.
top speed.
You eject before they hit you so that they don't get the point the last guy does.
I still say those shoulders are what does it, or hips, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, you just like drug
Wow,
across
so
the
that
front
just
with the
left-
cow catcher. It looked like to me. You were totally sideways.
Torso
Me and Goldbricker were talking about
wow.
the ridges on the cow catcher one night. I really think there's power to dragging the ridges across something like you just did, because there's just a ton of friction on that.
Yeah, Alex and I
Destroyed smiles.
jacked around on Serpent, and I did sort of the same thing across the front of the Rook, and it was like instant death for him.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like
totally.
That's great.
it's like 7 or 8. My theory is it's like 7 or 8 little mini impacts. Each ridge on the cow catcher basically is a separate impact.
God, you know what still boggles my mind? The fact that this technology was like, it felt so far away. Like VR headsets and all that. The closest attempt we've ever made to it was Nintendo.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on a 486 computer back in like 1995, 96.
Remember 8-inch
It was-
floppies? So you guys old enough to know? Remember 8-inch floppies?
Oh, I guess I'm dead.
No.
That was rather sudden.
I used to play the really early online MechWarrior and BattleTech games, but this is so much better.
God,
Man, does anyone remember what Hawken? Does anyone remember
Yeah, I
remember
played
that.
Hawken.
how that used to be?
I definitely like the
Because
physics of
Hawken
this
was
a lot better.
really fucking cool.
It was
Whoa,
it was
easy
just a
there,
little
buddy. You were
too-
flying into my shots.
It was a little too fast and responsive for a big giant robot there. Like it was more like a first-person shooter with the skin of a giant robot. But
Boy, that
it
was
just didn't
great.
feel like you had enough weight or momentum to me. Still, I played it because giant robots are cool.
Oh yeah, piloting a giant mech it'll always be cool. I mean, so long as you got like, you know, the atmosphere and the, what you call it. Still make it feel like you're driving an actual cockpit.
Your team is 1 point away from winning. Your team was victorious. Promotions all around.
Good games.
Good game.
Good game.
I took
Very
a
polished.
good game.
How you doing, Mark?
You know what I think would make this a little bit more interesting?